What's the one thing that separates the winners from the losers, the haves from the have nots, those who succeed and those who fail? Your mindset. Because whatever goes on in here will start to go on out here. Now, for those of you who don't know, my name's Lawrence. I'm 19 years old and I'm a youth empowerment speaker. But since the age of 15, I've specialized in helping teen young adults build self love, confidence, and a positive outlook on life. Now, you might be wondering, who's this kid to talk about this? Maybe you're new to the channel. Who's this guy? Well, you're about to find out. So, last year, I was working at a McDonald's. I was in high school, had to make a bit of side money because at the time, couldn't really do speed engagements often since Monday through Friday I was busy with school. So, I got a part time job at McDonald's. And while I was there, from December of 2023 up until May of 2024, I was thinking to myself just about the people, about the environment, the culture, and my first day going in, it was so much better than the previous McDonald's I worked at. That first McDonald's, the people were just down. They were defeated. It was like their mind was broken here. It was, this is all I can do. This is all I can do. And I was making $11 an hour at the first one. Then at the second, I was making 15. So I was excited. I'm like, wow, new environment, new people. The people here are a lot friendlier. But as the months went on, I started to notice the same thing. They didn't want more out of life. In particular, I had this one coworker who, for obvious reasons, I'm not going to say his name, but he was in his 30s and he'd been working there since he was 18. So 12 years. And I was thinking to myself, oh no, I don't want to be here for 12 years. I need to find a way out. I need to get out of here. And for better or worse, I ended up getting fired. Well, not even technically fired. They just stopped putting me on the schedule all of a sudden, and I never got a reason why. Months go by, and I'm looking for a new job. I'm about to graduate high school. I'm like, okay, I want something that pays a lot of money, is fun, enjoyable, and teaches me. Like, I want to elevate. I want to be in a culture where I can elevate my mindset and make something for myself. So I'm on Indeed.com scrolling through. And on TikTok, I heard about sales. Okay, sales. Car sales, I don't have a driver license. I can't do that. I found out about door to door. It's in New Jersey. 2 hour bus ride away. I take my last $6 and I got an interview, caught that bus, and got back. And I ended up getting the job. And while I was there, something I noticed was the people who made the most money, like $10,000 in a month. Money I had never seen in my life. What I noticed about them was their mindset. They talk different, they act different, they look at people different. Everything about them is so different. Their mannerisms, their words, their tonality, everything was so different about these people. And in the 2 months that I worked that job, I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about other people. I learned so much about resilience and all in all, how to be a winner. Because sales isn't just how good you are at talking to people. It's not just how good you are at product knowledge or communication or persuasion. No, it's about the transfer of energy. And your mindset is the energy that you walk through life with. A winner is somebody who sees themselves as a winner. And because I see myself as a winner, because I believe I will win, because I know with conviction that I am a winner, That creates the result. The result doesn't make you a winner. The mindset of a winner causes you to win because the mindset of a winner sees the world through the lens of someone who wins, creates the actions of someone who wins, does the habits of somebody who wins, and as a result of what goes on in here, your life is the life of a winner, whatever winning means to you. Maybe winning to you is a wife and 3 kids, 70,000 a year, white picket fence in the suburbs. Maybe that's your idea of winning. Maybe to somebody else, their idea of winning is a beach house in Miami. Maybe to somebody else, winning is getting a six pack, or getting a girlfriend, or graduating a 4.0 GPA, or becoming a lawyer, or becoming a doctor. It's not about the result. It's about the mindset because the mindset of a winner is the basis for success. Without the mindset, you cannot create the life. Now, in the same way, if somebody identifies themselves as a loser, they go through life with the loser mentality. They go through life with the victimhood mentality. They go through life with the I can never do it. It's not possible. People like me don't achieve that. People who look like me, people who come from where I come from, people with my background, I can't do it because XYZ. That mindset creates the habits, the worldview, the lack of action that then create the result of a loser. If you see yourself as a loser, your life will become the life of a loser. If you see yourself as a winner, your life will become the life of a winner inevitably. Because the mindset creates the thoughts and the worldview and the habits and the thought and the action. And then the action creates the result. So be, do, have. If I be mentally a winner, I will do what winners do and I will have what winners have. It's like if I plant a seed and I water the seed, I will have the crop. If I don't plant the right seed, I don't water the seed, I won't have the crop. If I sit around and don't do anything, well, if I think I can never be anything, I can never achieve it, it's not worth it, I'm not going to try, and I don't do anything, I won't have anything. If I be nothing and I do nothing, I will have nothing. So here comes the $1 million question. Okay, Lawrence, how do I become a winner? Okay, how do I get the thing I want? How do I be it? What can I do? Like, how can I fix the mindset? Give me a second to answer that. First of all, surround yourself with winners. That's what I did. When I got that sales job, I knew the people in there, they were going to be making money I'd never seen before. They were going to be talking about things I've never seen before. They were going to be doing things I've never seen before. I've heard about these things, but I never saw it. So when I put myself around people who were winning and I saw it with my own eyes, I was able to take information. I was able to take the energy. I was able to take notes. I was able to write down things about them. And actually, as a bonus, in the description, I'm going to put a link to a Google Doc. And on that Google Doc is a bunch of notes that I took of things they said. Like they might be having a conversation, I would write down what they said and learn from it. And it would help me to expand my mindset. So I'm gonna just, give that guy to you. Give that document to y'all. I used to sell it as a product, but you know what? Here it is for free. And back to the point though. So let's say you can't surround yourself with these winners. Like, okay, Lawrence, I live in the middle of nowhere. We don't have jobs like that. I don't have access to these sorts of people. Podcast, YouTube videos, this kind of content, books, um, seminars, traveling, whatever that you could do, because the podcast, the books, the seminar, the videos, these are all great. But when you can physically be around these sorts of people, it does something to you. I don't know how to explain it. Also, removing people, places, and things that aren't good for you. Okay? If you, as painful as this sounds, I had to do it. If you hang around losers, if you hang around people with no ambition, if you hang around lazy people, if you hang around procrastinators, if you hang around complainers, if you hang around doubters and naysayers, if you hang around people who don't believe in nothing, if you hang around people who ain't got nothing going on for them, if you hang around people who aren't working towards anything, guess what's going to happen to you? It's going to rub off on you. If I'm sick and I'm coughing, you're healthy, but you in the room with me and I'm you don't think you're gonna get sick? So by the same logic, if you're hanging around a bunch of friends who are dragging you down, you don't think you're gonna get dragged down? Because if you hang around people who are sick and they're coughing and you breathe in the particles and the bacteria, you're gonna get sick. So if you have friends who you know aren't good for you, if you have habits that you know aren't good for you, if you go on places you shouldn't be going, if you doing stuff you shouldn't be doing, naturally that's gonna have an impact. It might not drag you all the way down, but it's definitely gonna make it harder to move forward. So, what I want you to get from this, change your mindset to change your life. Because what goes on in here will go on out here. It starts with a thought. It starts with, I want this thing. I want to make $1 million. I want a six pack. I want a girlfriend. I want a house. I want a car. I want something in here. Okay, what can I do? Okay, I can get a job. I can save up money. I can get a license. I can talk to people. And then I will have. But first, to have the thing, I must be the person who can achieve that. So, how do we become that person? Like I said, surround yourself with that energy. Take that information in, take action on it, and that action will tell your brain that we are a different person. We don't do that anymore. We are better than that. We are able to take action and achieve the thing that we want because we are a winner. Don't pay attention to what the bank account says. Don't pay attention to what the application says. That's not the root, okay? The money is the result of the mindset. The achievement is the result of who you are. The external is the result of the internal. Because what I am creates what I do, which creates what I have. Be, do, have. Be fruitful, multiply, have dominion. I can't remember exactly where, but I believe it was Genesis 1:27, where it was the first thing God said to humans. He said, be fruitful and multiply, have dominion over all the animals, and create. It was something like that. Actually, let me find it. Let me find that because it's such a great example of this. Yeah, let me find that for you. Okay, yeah, it's Genesis 1:28, at least in my version. God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish and the animals and everything else. So, be fruitful, do, multiply, and replenish the earth, have dominion. Be fruitful and multiply, do, replenish the earth, and subdue, have dominion. So, who you are, what you do, what you have. Be a winner, Do what winners do, have what winners have. And on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed. If you'd like to purchase my books, link in the description. Like I said, I am doing an event on August the 2nd. It is live, virtually, and in person if you'd like to attend that. Link will be in the description. If you're a podcast host, school principal, have a youth organization, and would like to bring me in as a speaker, you can get in contact with me at my email address below. If you would like a one-on-one consultation with me, link will also be in the description. And that document I mentioned earlier with the notes, that will also be in the description. Have a good one. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.